Talk about my favorite low back activation exercise on this one. One of our big things with low back is I've said it earlier, but it's kind of like a foggy windshield, and your brain doesn't get to see. Sensation is to be able to see with the soft tissue. It doesn't always get to see as well as it should. And so there's a great way to kind of defrost or defog that windshield with movement and sensation. And so we're gonna use both of those in this exercise. So this combines about 4 or 5 different concepts and 3 or 4 different movements together. And it's really a great thing if you're having any lower body, lower back issues, core issues. It's a great activation and all. So what we're gonna do is pair up diaphragmatic belly breathing or box breathing, however you want, whatever you want to implement, in with spinal rotation and glute activation. And what we're going to do is really shine a spotlight with our brain, a neurological spotlight on some of the trouble areas of the body. So our body likes flexion, our low back's okay with flexion and rotation, but when we flex and rotate, sometimes that can put it in a more threatened position. Hence why there's so many like injuries, shoveling snow, gardening, yanking on weeds, doing any, I see in gyms, sidewinders all the time. So that's some of the areas we see. So today Mike's going to show us, we're going to first go over the breathing, and then we're going to add the rotation. The breathing, we're going to have our hands by our side, or the nice thing to do is put one hand on your stomach, one hand on your chest. And there's multiple breathing techniques. We could spend hours just on this itself, but we're going to just kind of do a speed version of this. And you're going to breathe in through your nose. You're going to try to lift up your abs. We want to think of bladder expanding inside. So the stomach's coming up in all directions. So you're breathing into your back, down your pelvic floor, up to your diaphragm, out to your obliques, all those areas. And we want to put a sequence. First the stomach comes up, then the chest comes up. One of the things we miss in the chest is, I call it the chicken dance. A lot of times people expand up this way, but not out. So I want you to have your hands here. And as you breathe in, you feel those knuckles push out to the side as you breathe in. So you really want to expand that chest as well. And it's going to be stomach, chest, chest, stomach. Stomach, chest, chest, stomach. And that's the sequence we're going to do through the breath work. I like box breathing, which is about 4 seconds holding, 4 seconds down, 4 seconds holding, 4 seconds up. And I will actually add that into this routine with the rotation, which we'll see. So external cues are things you can use to really prime your body to feel what you're trying to feel. So go ahead and put your hands on your side, by your side. Good. We're going to use a book. So a couple of my favorites, Balance by Scott McCready. All right, awesome book. That's going to go in the stomach. And then Abundance by Peter Diamandis, especially times like this. Great one. That's going to go on the chest. And so your concept, you can use a weight, you can use flip-flops, envelopes, whatever you want to use. And you want to feel that balance book come up first, and then the abundance book. Excellent. Hold it for 4 seconds. Good. Abundance book goes down, and then the balance book goes down.
Oh, I never thought of
good.
The book. Sure.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
All right, so let's bring those books up. Good. And down. Another great way is to take a TheraBand and wrap around your stomach, wrap around your chest, or a belt loop, or a yoga belt. And so you're actually feeling that yoga belt come across, and that's another way to go over external cueing, which is, we can do a whole nother video on that. So now that we got the breathing going on, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this back, and we're gonna take feet up on a ball, we're gonna bring our knees up to your chest, we're gonna keep this at 90, so our hip flexors are engaged. Okay, so we're actually activating our hip flexors, and we're gonna push down with our feet, so we're actually activating our hamstrings and our glutes. And we're gonna pull that ball into our glutes. Good. And so we're actually using it into that extension position. So we're using our glutes and our hamstrings, which decompresses that hip joint, decompresses that low back, which is awesome. Then what we're gonna do is, as we're pulling down, move your hands up to the side a little bit more. We're gonna rotate this right to where it feels normal. So you feel the stretch right there. We're not gonna go all the way to the floor right away. And then in this position, we'll do our breath. In, out. And sometimes as you breathe out, you'll feel it fall more as you relax. And you're going to come back. And same thing, breathe in. So as you breathe in, you really want to make sure you're feeling that breath come into the lower back right here and that chest expanding here. Good. And as you breathe out, you'll rotate back in. And so you'll do a set of about 10 sides, 10 each side. Rotate in, breathe. That's excellent.
Oh my
Out.
gosh.
And you'll feel sometimes cavitations and popping. That's fine. And then go ahead and rotate the other side.
Feels good.
It's a great
Lower back.
spinal opener, but we're also really cueing the brain to know what's going on there. So I like this pre and post workout. I really do. If you've been sitting a lot, doing a lot of lower body, or plan to do a lot of lower body, this is a great way to get that core cued, get the glutes engaged, and the hip flexors activated, but also neutralized if they're overactive because it's in a 90-degree state. So really good low back and breathing exercise.